So when you try to connect to a specific website, you just type out and then you reach out. So what are the services relying on DNS? Our web page, email servers. So when you want to send an email, basically you connect through the DNS, your databases, your external web mails, your VPNs, all these IoT applications and everything, you rely on DNS when you try to connect to the internet. So what general users see when you like as a user, when you try to connect a website, this is the DNS query. That's what you see. And then the techies, like, what they see, they send a query, they receive the response. That's how they think. But in actual, this is much more complicated. When you try to connect a website, I mean a domain, you send a lot of queries on the backend, as you see over here. Your router involves, your ISP is involved, your cloud DNS service, everything involves on that one. So basically, let's say this is me as a user, and I'm sending, I'm trying to connect this domain, right? This is the IP of this domain. Promise I'll make you host. Please, you can, if anyone.
Yeah, Abdullah, you can do that. So
okay. So when I try to connect the website, basically on the backend.
Can you hear me now?
I can hear, yes, I can hear. On the backend.
Hello.
Sorry, who is Promise?
Yeah, I think slides, we can see the slide again. The slide is out.
Okay.
If
okay.
you can represent your screen.
Okay, so
if
yeah,
you can reshare.
You disabled due to security. Can you?
Hello, everyone. Please, if you have any concern, any question, you can type in the chat box. I'll be moderating from there, rather than unmuting and speaking out. All right, thank you.
Can you allow me to share the screen, Promise, because I made you host, so I can't share my screen on the security.
Okay, I'm on that.
Okay, I can share my screen now. Thank you. No, I can't share my screen. Okay, I can share my screen now. Thank you. So, yeah, I think you can see my screen now. As you see here, normally I send a query, as I showed you on the previous slide. And this is what happens on the backend. So I send a lot of queries. This is a basic web page, and then you can see the difference here. So which means, let's say I go to google.com all the time. Basically, I keep some of the information about the website, the domain, right? So basically, the traffic is less. But when it is the first time, I send this kind of query to connect this domain, this website. So can you see? I'm thinking I'm trying to connect a domain web page, but on the backend, how many queries happening between different servers, different domains? So what is cache poisoning is basically, as I go, I save some of the data to speed up the process, and I can connect that specific domain faster. So when there is such case, Sorry, can you please mute? Who's this?
No, but today training now. They online training. I'll call you. And that's what I'm telling you.
So as you see here, as you connect faster, you keep the cache, and then without security, whoever answers the first, you just connect without question. You're connecting and you see there is something happening, right? So that is the situation. So yes, we try to connect faster, but in a safe environment. So let's say I want to connect cnbc.com, but like, you know, it should be provided in a safe environment. That's where we have DNS security involved. So I mentioned, like, you know, the journey. We register the domain. There are domain registrars like google.co, GoDaddy, domains.co.za, XYZ. We're looking for, in terms of safety, DNS users and applications. So we're talking about the right section where we have DNS security is quite important. So as you are already from security side of the business, we all know there is an OSI layer infrastructure, and there are different layers. In total, we talk about 7 layers. And if you ask which one is the most critical one, which is layer 4, because there is a port called UDP 53, we call port 53. When we close that port, we cannot connect to the internet. So basically, it is the heart of OSI layer. So it's the transport layer, yes. If you switch off, you can't stream, you can't send email, you can't connect to the internet. That's it. So basically, you're opening to the world from port 53. And every single thing connects to the world through that port 53. Just to give you an idea, you got a phone from the shop. Without installing anything, you just switch on your mobile device, you send 36 DNS queries immediately on the backend. So what happens with this is, because when you look at 1990s, we only had like IT infrastructure. And then we met with the laptops, and then the mobile devices, VMs, and all those things. Then it became cloud environment. Now and then we having an IoT environment. Everyone is talking digitization, industrialization, IoT environment, OT security. We have smart watches, smart coffee machines, smart like, you know, fridges and all those things, and everything is connected to your network. There's a printer, you can print out through the mobile app, right? So what happens, like, you know, there is now, like, you know, attack surface is going up, growing, as you see here, it's growing. There are a lot of elements. As a security, like, you know, engineer or CISO or head of security, the risk factor is going up, it's growing, right? But what is not changing is your budget, always an issue. So you have to balance the budget. And we're looking for a Ferrari as a CISO or head of security. But what we have is, most of the time, we have these different stuff because of skill shortage, because of implementation, because of integrations, and all those things. So basically, we dream about the car, but we get these parts. So what is happening? I mentioned about there is a coffee machine and I have a mobile app, or there is a copy machine, right? And I have a mobile app, and I'm trying to print out something. So what provides security in between these two domains, right? Kali, can you please mute yourself? Hello. So what happens is, I'm trying to print out something, but there is a like, you know, communication that I connect. But what provides the stuff in between these two points? That is the gap. So that gap, every single device that I have, whether it's through the mobile app or the network, copy machine, or the coffee machine, all connected to the internet. So that's how you can communicate. So they might want to listen to you when you're trying to print out something and typing out, let's say, your password, and the printer listens or the coffee machine listens, and they record, and you get compromised. So the gap can only be filled out with a first layer of security, which is the DNS security. And when you look at some of the numbers, that's you can see here 2020 to mitigate DNS related attack was around 5 hours 15 minutes, and then it's gone up in 2021 with 2%. And the average cost of each attack is around almost $1 million US. So what makes them choose DNS security? I'll tell you about that. So these are all the security products we have. We have a SIEM solution. So in between, there is a need of like, you know, a layer that provides security on the first end. So basically you have anything and everything. You're living in a complex, you're leaving the main gate open, right? So anyone can come in. So that's where DNS security involves.
I'm here to hear.
So when you look at
What's the break? What's the break?
hello?
Hello?
Yes.
Hello?
So when you look at as we do digital transformation, digitization, we adopt newer technologies. As you can see on these two charts, DNS became the #1 protocol and #1 layer. Since 2014, we have more than 400% increase because hackers, APT groups, they adopt these technologies. As we try to get newer technologies as a company, as an individual, they also adopt and implement these technologies. And DNS is the most fundamental and overlooked part of the security or IT infrastructure. That's why it became very critical. And most of the time, it happens at the command and control section. There's a single query that affects like, you know, you easily get compromised through a DNS attack. So when you look at, we need a, like, you know, what would be the ideal DNS layer security? Thank you very much, Daniel. So so when you look at here, we're looking for a hybrid working environment because we work from home, we work from Starbucks, we work from cafeteria, restaurant, obviously our office environment. So it became very, like, you know, hybrid after the COVID. So we need something that can provide DNS based security anywhere, anytime, 7/24. So let's say you connect to the internet at Starbucks, it should be safe because all the DNS queries sent through that router, and it goes to Starbucks ISP provider. Basically, you can easily, like, you know, compromise. So this is the DNS security. I just tried to give you brief information. I'm not sure if there is any questions so far, but I'd like to talk a little bit more and then show you the dashboard because we started a little bit late. So we'll be talking about HIAS. HIAS is a Canadian company, got an investment from Microsoft. And when you look at globally, 3 of the Fortune 5 companies using, 3 of the 5 IS government using, 2 of the top 3 social media, social networks like Instagram and Facebook using, and Visa cards we're talking about. US national government, FBI, CIA, and UK National Cybersecurity Agency as well using this product. And what makes a DNS security product stronger against other security products? A threat database. So what does it mean? Basically, all these domains that we're connecting has to be classified. So let's say I'm going to google.com and I have to classify the domain, whether it is news and channels, technology, malicious domain, those type of things. So when you look at different cybersecurity products in DNS security space, there's a category called NX domain, and you can see the rate of blocking all these malicious domains. HIAS became #1 with 95.1%. And DNS filter is 39%, and you can see the rest is not even 40%. Only Quad9 is almost 40%. And there is a A/B test platform. So what they do is they get the solutions, and they have their own domains that like classified, like whether safe, XYZ, they structure as they wish. And all those domains, they send a query with using these security products. And then they identify how many of them are being blocked by HIAS, how many of them are being blocked by Cisco. According to that, they give a result and tell you this is the amount of malicious traffic is being blocked by Palo Alto. So remember, Palo Alto is a firewall product, but we talk about DNS security. So Palo Alto is very strong in firewall space. We're not talking on DNS security. So you can see Infoblox and Cisco, they are big players in the market in DNS security. But again, when it comes to threat database, HIAS became number one with 87, 89%. That made HIAS number one DNS security product. So I'll quickly show you how does it look, and then I think we will have the second session. So this is let me, this is the dashboard, how it looks like. So when you look at here, you can see all the DNS queries, how many of them is being blocked, how many DNS queries is being sent. So this is only two users, my laptop and my phone. You can see here. In 24 hours, my laptop and phone send 12,000 queries, and two of them are being blocked. And you can see here, as I'm based in South Africa, I never connected a website domain from Russia, but it sends a query. India, Russia, Singapore, I don't even know how it happens. So this happens because of some of the softwares and applications that we use, and they send a query without us knowing. You can see here top 7 categories that I've been connected in 7 days. You can see the categories that I've been connected. And then when I go to the report section, all these traffic I did filter. You can see how many of them is being blocked, how many of them are being suspicious. You can see all these things. So it provides, when I aggregate the logs as well, you can see what are the top domains that I've been connected. As I'm using 2 Apple devices, it only connects to the Apple servers most of the time. And as we all use WhatsApp for communication, like you Zoom now, you can see. You can get all these stats as well here. And then when I go to reports, so you can see on a weekly basis all these reports. Let's look at the most recent one. So you can see here blocked DNS queries. Wednesday was the highest. That day I was testing something and we reached 365, and the previous week was like 52 DNS query that is being blocked. So this is a report that you can generate anytime for the meetings, and you can gain full visibility. That's something quite important. And then when we go to security policy management, it looks like firewall. You can see here all these malicious activities are being blocked, and then you have different type of categories. You can block them as well: sexual, nudity, pornography, adult, online repository, online information management, criminal. All of them you can block or unblock. Social media is unblocked, as you see here. And then all these things can be blocked on a category based, but you also have a rule based categories. How does it work? So when I go and I created a domain which is newly registered. So if there is a domain which is being registered and active or for the last 30 days, it will be blocked in this space. And what I can do is as well, I can do on a domain level, and then I can say if it is, then I put here that rule, right? And then I can put that XYZ. So any domain from China, Russia, and these type of domains I want to block. If there is a query without me being knowing, it will be blocked. So this is a quite important rule set. You can't see this rule set with any solution as well at the moment in the market. and then you can create your own block list or allow list as well. So if there is, you block the whole financial segment, but you just want to connect your own domain, you just create an allow list, and then you just add that domain, and you can connect. And there is one thing I'll be showing here as well. So there are two deployment modes. So when we do a demo or POC, we run it on inspection mode because we don't want to cause any issue or trouble, because this is the first time we're running this product. After 2 weeks, we switch to protection mode, and then it starts blocking. And then you can even customize your, like, when you block something, it gives you this kind of error. Message. Let's test one domain here. If it connects. So as I am sending a query to this domain not this one, I think this is whitelisted 10. So what happens is it gives, I don't want to try any adult content, apologies. So what happens is it blocks and it gives you a report as well. So you can also customize your page. And then these are the domains that you forward your DNS queries as a company. This is on the management part. So you basically add your public IP addresses, and these are the data centers located in different regions. And then we have an agent. As I told you, I have two users on the sun, my iPhone and my MacBook. What happens is I can download it and I can copy this license and paste it, and it will start protecting. And it has an integration on an EDR level, which is Sentinel-1 and Microsoft Defender. You basically put these credentials, and it will be integrated easily. And it has a SIEM integration as well. If all of the events and stuff will be reported to your SIEM solution. So this is the first solution, and I only need 3-4 minutes to show you Hayat's insights.
Yeah, the problem.
So
How much cake are they buying?
7.5.
You give me my balance. You give me.
So as you see here, this is it looks like a google.com. You can search anything and everything, but this is something for forensic and threat hunting. And if you want to identify who is this person that is attacking me, or if there is an incident happen, I can easily identify who is this person, where it's registered, all those type of stuff. So this was from previous meeting. So as you see here, this is a domain that came out of one of our clients. I just type it out here, or I just through my previous search. So this is a domain where it is being private when they registered, and I don't have these information for this specific person, right? But with this product, all these private domains becomes visible, and they are unmasked. So basically, I can get an access to all these data for this specific. So Andre Dimino, and this phone number is the registrant. And when I click to Andre Dimino, I can see all the domains that is being registered by Andre. And it is now pulling out the data. So this is specifically a HIAS feature. You can't find this information with any platform. There is a like DPA agreement as a client. When you start using this data protection agreement, you need to sign, because you have you are trying to have an access the private information. It has to be only used for security purposes, nothing for, and besides that, you can't be able to use this solution. And as I showed, typed out, clicked Andre, I can see all the domains that is being registered by Andre, which country, which domain registrar, what are the domains name, and you can see here there are 71 pages, right? So there is one domain I'll show you, and you will see what I mean with this. So this is, I think it was this domain, or was it this one? No, this one, I think. This was from Nigeria. No, not this one. I think I couldn't find the domain. I'll show you a feature. Let me find that specific domain. So, okay, it is 227. It ends because I was doing some search and I found that specific domain. So let's use this thing. 197.210.210.85227, right? So this domain, I searched this domain. As you can see here, it's from Nigeria. It does C2 activities. You can see all this information. And when I go to geolocation map, so I can see the location of this domain. I'm getting closer to this domain. Let's see, I think. So you can see where are these malicious queries coming from. And I click here, you can see here, all these domains are coming, MTN Nigeria, what are the like Android device, what version, which browser they use, all these details, you get an access about this specific malicious query. You can even locate the threat actor like this. So it gives you geolocation. And here, let me see, I think it was here. So you can see here the location, but here you can see different locations. So you need to find out where is the most malicious query coming. Then you can identify where is this person and where is he located. You can see here how many times they send a malicious query. Maybe there are different devices they're using, or maybe they're doing kind of attack. You can see here. So these are the queries coming from this location. And these are all malicious query, and they are close to the shopping center. Basically, they using this location, this spot, to attack or something else. So it is all about checking the time. It's not just capturing the location. You need to see when is the incident happened, what time and what date. According to that, you need to capture the date and time here, and then you can identify. And if you want to do further investigation, let's say you're checking GPS IP location, you get these information you can see here. So here you're going to identify when was it, this date and this time, and then you can see these locations. So this is the actual locations of this ISP when they register this domain, but when they have an access to this their Wi-Fi router or whatever it is they use to connect to the internet. But as you can see here, the location, latitude and longitude is changing because they connect from different locations, and it becomes more precise because it's a generic when you open an account with an ISP to have an internet access. And then you can see if there is any dynamic DNS, all those information, and when they created a record, domain, creator IP, and all those things. So long story short, these are the capabilities, and it is a high level of information to show you what is being happening about this product, this solution, the HIAS Insight. So I'm not sure if there is any solution. I mean, if there is any question. If not, I think we can move with the second product. I'm not sure if the team is here for that one. They're supposed to join. Let me quickly check. Is there any question so far for this specific product?
No question.
Okay, no question. Give me a second. I'll quickly find out where are they. Okay, I see we have 13 minutes more. So yes, I think we can take a break or we can discuss if you have any question. But the second team for Threatmon, for dark web, deep web, brand monitoring, social media monitoring type of solution, external attack surface management, that will happen in 12 minutes. Let me stop.
Abdullah Bey, I need your permission to share the screen. If you can.
Yeah, you can
please.
share the screen. Thanks.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Yeah, let me share my screen. Thank you so much. I will switch my camera off during the presentation. Yeah, thank you so much, Mr. Abdullah. My name is Mehmet. I am a senior solution engineer in Threatmon. So I will make a small presentation. Also, I will make a small demo in our platform, and then we can answer your questions. So maybe you are familiar with our product, Threatmon. Threatmon is providing cyber threat intelligence to our customer, even free. So you can subscribe on our website and you can get some kind of dark web intelligence, and you can use our platform. Yeah, let me continue. This is a slide about figures. I will not spend so much time on this, but as you know, cyber attacks, especially ransomware, are increasing every day, right? Especially recently, in recent 3 years, we see a huge, a high increase in the numbers of cyber attacks, especially ransomware, because of pandemic. Actually, after the pandemic, so what happens? Pandemic actually forced us to work remotely. So as a result, there is an increase in our external attack surface. So we expose everything to the internet. Our staff are working from home, so we migrate to cloud environments. So there are lots of opportunities to threat actors to attack us. By the way, if you have any questions, so please feel free to ask me during the presentation. I speak very fast. Can you say again, sir?
Ekran paylaştınız mı? Ekran paylaştınız mı? Ekranda hiçbir şey yok.
Öyle mi? Let me do it again.
Evet.
So sorry.
Do you hear me?
Now you see the screen, Ahmet Abdullah Bey?
Yes, we can.
Okay.
Yes, we can.
So sorry. So sorry. Actually, this was the second slide. The first slide was this one. So this is the second slide. Now you see also the slides are changing, right? Abdullah Bey, slide'lar değişiyor mu?
Can you do one more again? Yes, it changes it.
Because I had an issue today in the morning in the Google environment. So I was talking, but the slide was not changing, and the other audience didn't inform me. Okay, perfect. Thank you so much, and sorry for the inconveniences. Yeah, after the pandemic, our attack surface growth, actually, this is the point I want to go. And as a result, we have many lost, right? We have lost in money, we have lost in our reputation. So what should we do to prevent these challenges? So today's key challenges, actually, as you see on the screen, basically is hacking, including phishing, ransomware, but also there are some misconfigurations, shadow IT caused by us, actually. So we give opportunities to threat actors to attack us, actually. So shadow IT, the concept of shadow IT, maybe we are not familiar. So let me explain. So shadow IT means the IT, you are not aware of it. So there are lots of ITs, maybe you know, as a CISO, maybe as an information security manager of your organization, but I believe there are lots of other ITs on the internet which you don't know. So if I ask you individually, every person in this webinar, can you tell me how many websites you have? Your organization. So for a small organization, this is okay. You can say that I have 5 websites, but for big organization with big banks in different branches, sometimes They create a marketing campaign, they register a website, a domain. This is also a shadow IT. They register a domain for a marketing campaign 3 years back. They forgot actually. So these are shadow IT. Also misconfiguration on the cloud environment. Okay, we are migrating to cloud environment, but we are not familiar with the concept of cloud security. So we left open everything on our cloud environment. This is not something I exaggerate actually. So we have many examples. So we discover many cloud buckets which is available, and they have contracts with government on these cloud buckets. They have some special information. Not only hackers are threat, our shadow ITs, our misconfiguration are threat actually. So what are we doing to prevent this kind of challenges? So we provide cyber threat intelligence in our platform. Our platform provides a holistic approach actually. So we have many products, right? As a security professional, most probably you are using many products from EDR, XDR, CM, SOAR, firewall. These are all good, but these all products will protect you on the wire actually. So if there is an attack, this product will prevent this attack from happening. So they are good, but they provide a proactive security. So what we do as Redmond, we provide a holistic approach. So we are discovering your attack surface like hackers. We add cyber threat intelligence on top of this attack surface management. We monitor dark web on your behalf. And we are alerting you. We are saying that, hey, look, you have a website. Maybe you forgot this website, but on this website, there are products which are vulnerable to cyber attack. So please check it out. Or we are saying that we discover a server of your company. On this server, there are critical ports open. And in the hackers are sharing your credentials, your passwords. Maybe this password will work for these FTP ports. So we are providing this kind of intelligence to you actually. Yeah, as you can see here, actually we provide attack surface management. We are like hackers actually. We see your company from hacker's eyes. So what hackers are seeing, we are seeing, and we don't hack you like hackers, but we alert you. We are saying that please be careful. Your attack surface is so large. You have to close these ports. You have to shut down this website if it's not used anymore. Also, we provide fraud intelligence, which means we monitor internet surface web for the domain registrations. So for phishing attempt, let's say your name is commercial bank. Somebody just register a domain with commercial bank of Nigeria, let's say. So this is just an example. If somebody is here with this bank, I'm not sure. So this is a fake domain. Threat actor just register this domain, but you are not aware of it. So we alert you. We are saying that this might be a phishing attack. Maybe after they register this domain, they will create an MX record, and then they will send phishing emails to your customers or to your employees. Please know. Or sometimes after they register this website, after 3 days, they create a website very similar to your website, just for financial advantage. Maybe they will collect credentials for your customer to trick them. They put a login form with user ID and they collect the credentials for customers. So if you don't have good practice for two-factor authentication, they may access the financial information of your customer. Even with two-factor authentication, they have some methods to bypass two-factor authentication. So they use method called MFA fatigue to deceive the clients, actually customers. So it's better for you to know this kind of fake domain registration. And we discover because we monitor every domain registration on the internet every day. And if there is a typo squad very similar to your name, very similar to your brand name, very similar to your branding keywords. You can also inform us about the branding keywords, like your credit card name, like your campaign name. If there is a domain registration with these names, we will be alerting you. This is, as I said, early detection. So before attacks happen, we are alerting you. We are saying that we are developing a cyber attack early warning system, like tsunami early warning system, earthquake early warning system. So we are developing a cyber attack early warning system actually. So dark web intelligence, I will focus on this one. So we monitor many places on dark web. So we are good on the internet. We make shopping, we make business, we use internet for good purposes, but believe me, 90% of the internet are used by the bad guys, not for hacking purposes, of course, to selling illicit materials, guns, credentials, so hacking materials. So we monitor these places. So we uncover the hidden threats in these places in dark web. So we monitor these places with our identities. So we have identity in these forums. We collect intelligence. Also, we have agents, software agents in these places, and our agents collect intelligence from these places. Sometimes this intelligence is valuable because they are saying that I have a RDP access for a bank in Nigeria, for example, and this might be your bank. So we don't know, but we discover this kind of intelligence, we alert you. They are saying that I discovered a 0 day for this product. So we know that, okay, there is a 0 day, and they are selling this with huge prices. So if there's a case, we are alerting you. But mostly, they are sharing credentials with, they collect the credentials from some malware, infostealer malwares. They infect these infostealer malwares, infects laptops, end user computers, and they collect everything from end user devices, credentials, cookies stored on the browsers. After that, they are selling these credentials almost free, just for 10 USD. So from a single device of mine, so I have a credential for Netflix, I have a credential for my Spotify, but I have a credential for commercial bank. So I have a credential platform or ADFS platform. So they don't care. They put a price. They are saying that all the credential is 10 USD, and someone is buying. After that, they have the credentials for your VPN. They have the credentials for your email. So we are. On the other hand, we don't only monitor dark web, we monitor surface web. So surface web, as I mentioned, there are also lots of exposed sensitive information in cloud environment, as I mentioned. Not only your cloud environment, but your third parties may share your sensitive information on their cloud publicly. So we are also checking with the keyword. If, for example, you make a business with a security company, this can be a physical security providing to your organization, or cybersecurity, but they leak their credentials. They leak their cloud buckets. So even we discover this and we alert you. And what can we learn by monitoring dark web? Actually, in the dark web, cyber criminals, hacktivists, they exchange ideas. So they exchange expertise, tools. For example, they are making a new ransomware software and they are selling. Like we provide a SaaS platform to our customer, they provide a SaaS-based ransomware platform. And they have other threat actors subscribe to their platform, or they just sell infostealer malware. So they develop an infostealer malware. They are saying that price for infostealer malware is 5,000 yearly. So they have subscription-based environment. They are like a business, like we do, and they exchange tactics, tools, everything. So they provide information, intelligence about where to attack next. So we collect this kind of intelligence and we put in our database. We have a huge pool of dark web leakages, a big data pool, and we process this data. This is how CTI works actually. So collection is the first step. After collection, analysis and dissemination. So this is the CTI steps. So we do collection and we process the data. How we process? As we combine the attack surface management, we know your attack surface management, we know your domains, we know your sister domains, and we are searching this data. And our analyst team, we have a huge analyst team. They are very experienced. They are analyzing the findings, and we are alerting you. If there is a contextual information, intelligence related to your organization, we are alerting you. We are saying that, hey, in social media, even social media, here you see the social media platform, we discover somebody just impersonating you. This is very common for banks, especially. They impersonate the banks a lot. So they buy huge accounts with huge numbers of followers. After that, they changed everything. They changed the logo, they put your logo, and they start posting some financial information like bank. But after a while, they put information with a link, but this link is a phishing link. So we discovered this kind of leaks. We are alerting you. Yeah, let us talk about some use cases. The first use case is exposure management, attack surface management. In the attack surface management, simply we discover your inventory facing the internet. We are starting from only your main domain name. We don't ask you anything more actually, like hackers. So let's say they want to hack you, they don't ask you anything, right? They just search your domain name, they start from here. We are the same. We are starting from your main domain name. We don't ask you anything more. We have a specific algorithm running behind it. We check who is records, we check other records, and we find your related domains, part domains, subdomains, domain providers. So we discover everything. So we are creating your inventory of technologies. So we say that on this website you are using these technologies, and today this technology has a vulnerability. So like let's say you are using some security tools, web firewalls on your website, and this web firewall has a weaknesses announced by the vendor today. We are saying that today there is a 0-day or vulnerability on this firewall. This is what other threat intelligence organizations are doing. They are alerting you about the vulnerabilities regularly. We do as well, but we are also alerting that we are using these web firewall on this website, or you are using these JavaScript libraries on this website, and today these JavaScript vulnerabilities has some weaknesses. We are pinpointing actually. Yeah, I mentioned about we discover your shadow ITs. I want to give an example for these shadow ITs for exposure management. Maybe you heard about Equifax breach. It's late actually in 2017. It's a company. Equifax is an American credit recording company. And so they got hacked by Chinese hackers in 2017. Their private information, including their customers' private information, including credit cards, got stolen. For their 150 million customers, private information got stolen. So when you read the vulnerability, data breach from the news, they are saying that the hackers, threat actors, are just found a vulnerability on the Apache server, and the company forgot to patch this Apache server. It was actually a shadow IT. They just forgot this website 3 years back, and hackers found a vulnerability, and from there they infiltrate, and then they hack the SQL database, and they stole the information. But in the United States, the customers went to court. So they said that our private information was not secured by Equifax. In the court, Equifax say that I have a vulnerability management system. So I am so sorry, it was not my mistake, but Chinese hackers make a mistake. But the court decided that you should have a tool to discover your shadow ITs actually. So they are still paying a lot of fines actually. So discovering your exposure on the internet is very critical nowadays. It can also sue the companies, the users, your customer can sue as well because of these. So another use cases, ransomware protection. So let us take a ransomware use cases. So how the ransomwares are attacking you. So either they send the phishing emails, or they exploit an RDP port, and they discover a username password, right? So there are three options. So they send a phishing emails, they exploit an RDP port, and they discover a leaked username and password. So we say that we know where they can target you, because we monitor your open ports, open vulnerable applications. We say that how they will attack you, because for phishing, they register importunating domains. So if there is a registration, we alert you. Also, we know that from dark web monitoring, we are saying that they have tools for ransomware attack. We also inform you. Also, we provide you feeds, IOCs, from the threat intelligence. So we are good to prevent you from this kind of attacks, ransomware attacks. So there are, of course, absolutely 100% protection. But if you have a good CTI tool in practice, containing attack surface management, digital risk protection, and cyber threat intelligence, so you will be very good for ransomware protection. I have a use case as well for this one, a real example. So Fortinet, you know, Fortinet was a vulnerability 2 years back. So actually one of the customer, we did POC, and they were using Fortinet, and we alert them with this kind of information during the POC. Yeah, brand protection. In the brand protection part, I talk about this. So we monitor dark web, we discover your phishing detection, but I want to highlight something here, social media monitoring. Here, we monitor your fake social media accounts, but we monitor your C-level person's social media accounts as well. So this is also a very common attack vector. Threat actors are creating a fake social media account for your C-level persons. So if there is a social media account like this, we alert you. I want to also highlight the takedown process. We don't stop here. We don't stop. Mr. Nusuka, you have a question? Okay. I want to highlight our takedown procedure. So we don't leave it you without with alerting. We are saying that we can support you for taking down these fake phishing domains, fake social media accounts. We give you a support here. We have a good connection with registrars, with hosting companies. We are saying that these guys are impersonating our customers. So please close this website, please close this domain registration. So we are alerting you. Yeah, VIP protection, I mentioned about this. And lastly, I want to talk about threat landscape analysis. Here we provide information about threat actors, tactics, techniques. Also, we map them to MITRE attack framework so that you can understand what are they doing. So what are they aiming? So we are informing you. Also, we are providing you very industry specific intelligence. So your industry is finance and your location is geolocation is Africa. We are providing industry specific information about finance in Africa or manufacturing in China, for example. So we provide this kind of information as well. And we feed your internal devices. We collect many feeds. We collect feeds from many sources, from open source. We also get feeds by APIs from different feeds. And in the real time, we provide you these feeds so that you can integrate these feeds to your internal environment. These are the integration currently we have. You can feed our IOCs to CM devices, to your email security devices, to EDR devices, firewalls, so that you can block them, or you can do an investigation on your CM devices. We support you for this kind of intelligence as well. So these are the benefits of using our platform, and these are some figures. So we have 85 customers around the world. We have 55 employees. We have red teamers. We have dark web analysts, and we have 20 partners around the world, including MSSP partners. These are the figures from the platform. We are collecting stealer logs from Telegram channels, hacker forums. So almost usually 150 million stealer logs is available. So phishing feeds, APT feeds, hacked websites. So all are available to our customers after they subscribe to our platform. So let me continue with the platform. Do we have time, Mr. Abdullah, for the demo?
Yes, we have time. We can carry on.
Okay. Okay, you see the dashboard right now? Or
Yes, we
do you
can
still
see the
see the
dashboard.
dashboard? Okay, perfect. Let me close this. Yeah, this is our dashboard. We are completely a SaaS-based platform. We don't install anything in your network. Just we provide you an identity, username, and password. After that, you can access to our platform. We don't install anything. We don't ask you anything from you. We just your main domain's name. So you can say one or two, three domains of your organization. It will take 1 day to discover, to create this dashboard. This is a demo dashboard, but when we do a POC with you, we will see your dashboard actually. So after 24 hours, we will discover your DNS records, your subdomains, your IPs, your website, and the technology is running on your website. So we will discover. We will be alerting you about your SSL certificates. We will be saying that your SSL certificate is about to expire tomorrow. So please know, or we will be saying that your SSL certificate is weak because of encryption algorithm you use, or we will be saying that on this IP you have very critical open ports. Open ports have open ports, so we will be alerting you on the attack surface management part. So we don't stop here. After we discover your asset, we are finding vulnerabilities on your asset. There are two kind of checks here, active and passive. On the passive check, I mentioned we know the technologies you are using and we know the vulnerabilities available, and we are alerting you. We are saying that on this website, we discover a vulnerable engines. On this website, we discover a vulnerable bootstrap, or vulnerable jQuery. So we are alerting you. But also monthly, for our enterprise level customers, we do active checks. So our red teams here are scanning your assets with our in-house tools. And if we find any critical information, critical weaknesses like SQL injection, XSS vulnerabilities, we are alerting you. On the fraud intelligence part, we discover your potential phishing domains. So for our domain name, let me check if there is a fake, for example. Yeah, these are not good example, but if there is a type of squad name, so my domain name is Threatmon IT, somebody just registered Threatmon LT domain name, so we will be alerting you. On social media also, we discover your official account, and we are finding the fake accounts in X, Twitter, Telegram. Also, we do Google dorking for you. So we discover Google advertising, fake advertising page. So for example, here, if there is a Google ads containing your keywords, we are alerting you as well. We discover your fake accounts in LinkedIn, Discord, Instagram as well. And as I mentioned, we support you for taking down this account. So you can request a takedown for this fake social media account and or fake domains. We can support you. So sorry. Yeah. In the digital risk protection part, there are two kind of monitoring. I am so sorry. My kids are at home. So,
All good.
yeah. Yeah, in the social media, so sorry, digital risk protection, there are three use cases. So first, we monitor deep and dark web. So if somebody is talking about you in deep and dark web, we alert you. And if there is also stealer logs, so we discover, we alert you. Stealer logs, the logs containing your credentials actually. So we discovered these logs actually. We are saying that on this website, we discover a username and password. This can be your customer website. This can be your internal website. We are alerting you. We download these stealer logs. We are alerting you. Also, threat actors are sharing a lot for data leaks. So they hacked the Guardian, let's say, and then they share the user list and password list for the Guardian. So we download this kind of leaks, and if there is any data about your organization, we are alerting you. So one is stealer logs. Stealer logs might be more critical because it is logs about your identities. But dark web, this is more related to users leaks. So your users data found in dark web. So we are alerting you as well. If there is a sale about you on black market, we are alerting you. We are saying that your credentials on Russian market, on Too Easy market are on sale today. So please check it out. We are alerting you. We also monitor Git hub and GitLab places. This is also very critical. So if you have in-house software developer team, so they create a website, they create a GitHub repo, and in this repo, they forgot your API key, they forgot your database architecture, even password to your critical environment. This is very common. We discover many critical leakages on GitHub repos. This is not your GitHub repo, all publicly available GitHub repos we are scanning. And if we discover anything about you, we are alerting you. And lastly, we are searching for your VIPs. So you are giving your VIPs private email IDs. It can be Gmail, Yahoo, other emails. And if there is any leakages, we are alerting you. So we are saying that your VIPs Gmail ID and passwords are discovered in these leaks today. So we are alerting you so that you can inform your VIPs never to use password again, because this is very common, especially for VIPs, to use the same password again. So it's very important to alert them not you use this password. Sometimes they register New York Times with your corporate email ID, same with your password ID, with your VPN, with your ADFS domain. So this is very common. If you add your CEO's Gmail ID to the platform, if there is any leakages for your CEOs, CTOs, or key person like key software developer, key network admin, we will be alerting you as well. And lastly, I will talk about threat intelligence, and I will stop, and then I will ask for your question. This part, the final one, is not about you. First two module, attack surface management and digital risk protection, is about you. But threat intelligence is about all the cyber threats on the internet. So first, we provide you vendor intelligence. I mentioned in the attack surface management, if there is a technology running on your website, and if there is a vulnerability on this technology, we will be alerting you. No need to do anything on the platform. But we don't know what technologies you are using internally. So here you can subscribe to products you use internally. This can be SAP, this can be Adobe, this can be Microsoft, other softwares. So you can subscribe this, and we will be alerting you if there is a vulnerability. We will be saying that today Microsoft has announced a vulnerability on this product, and you are using this product here. So you can get more information about the vulnerability. You can see the impact score, you can see the CVSS score, and you can see the attack vector, and you can learn about the vulnerabilities, not your vulnerabilities, general information about the vulnerabilities. We have good threat feeds available. Hacked website threat feeds. So these are the all hacked websites from this week. There are 13,000 feeds available, APT feeds available for you. So these are the APT groups we monitor. For example, Dragonfly. So if you want to get more information about Dragonfly, these are the tactics coming from MITRE attack framework. They are using for these Dragonfly attack vectors. So tactic and techniques, procedures, so you can see. And these threat actors IOCs, specifically for this threat actor. So you can see there are 30 IOCs specifically for these threat actors. So if you want to see if threat actor has a fingerprint in my network, you can get this IOC, and then you can investigate on your CM solution. Or there is a IOC on your environment, and if you want to see if this IOC is related to any threat actors, you can use our threat intelligence modules, threat hunting. So you can put this hash here, and then you can search. We collect intelligence from VirusTotal, VirusShare, OTX Query, Malware Bazaar. So as you can see, VirusTotal says this hash is malicious because of these reasons, and others also Malware Bazaar says malicious. So we check different sources. No need to go Malware Bazaar, no need to go VirusTotal. You can search in our database. You can put IPs as well, or you can put other IOCs, domains, URLs, to see if it is malicious or not. Let's say you receive a email from a domain, looks like suspicious. You can put the domain name, or you can put the URL in the email to see if it is malicious or not. So we provide news about the cybersecurity. These are the security news from security companies, security bulletins, CISAs. So you can read these security related news from our platform. And if you want to read dark web news, these are the news we collect from dark web. So you can read, for example, this happened today. They actually say that, I am not saying that this is true, but they are selling an access sale for an artificial intelligence company. Also, they sell hacking information for Argentine radio. So you can see, so you can filter this from here. For example, let's do this for Nigeria, if I can find it easily. Yes, there are two from last year. So Nigeria's State Research University targeted by a threat actor. This is a screenshot from the hacker forum. So you can see, you can learn. They say that they hacked this University of Ibadan, and they say that I have 27,000 students information. So we are sharing this kind of information with you under Dark Web News. So you can subscribe. We will be emailing you as well. And lastly, we have also mobile app monitoring. This is something we do only. So we check your mobile applications dynamically, also statically. So if your mobile applications has leaks, we will be informing you as well. If there is also some weaknesses on your mobile applications, we download the mobile application and we check the behaviors of your mobile applications to support you. Yes, I will stop here. I mentioned about the integrations, so I will not be covering again. So we have integration with many security products. You can integrate with feeds with your perimeter devices so that you can block on your perimeter level, or you can integrate with your CM devices. All the findings of Threatmon can be a case on your Splunk, on your other solutions as well. Yeah, thank you so much. I speak a lot. Let me check the questions.
I think, okay, let me allow what we can do now. Let me stop recording first.